Alright people, Max Salden here again and welcome back to another Mass Effect Legendary Edition Insanity video. Today we're Mass Effect 2 still. We're going to recruit Grunt.
The dossier doesn't say if
well, we're actually here for O'Keir, but as I'm sure everyone knows, he isn't going to make it. And we end up getting Grunt instead. I think it would have been cool if there was some sort of option at the end of this mission where you could save O'Keir but lose Grunt. Or you could do what actually happens and you have to let O'Keir die and recruit Grunt instead. Because we don't really get to speak to O'Keir that long, but he seems like an interesting character. And it just would have been another cool choice to have in the game, like the mission where you have to choose between Samara and Morinth. Like, it's really cool that they let you choose to do that. It would have been interesting if there was an option where you could choose between Grunt and O'Keir, just to add even more replayability to the game. And yeah, because O'Keir, he seems to have a bit of a reputation, at least when you speak to Rex on Tuchanka. He's like, O'Keir's a very old name, a very hated name. So he might have been pretty hard to work with on the Normandy, given that reputation. He seems like someone who did a lot of bad shit. But again, you can still recruit Morinth even though she's pretty evil as well, so it wouldn't be that strange if Shepard chose to keep O'Keir alive and join the crew instead of rescuing Grunt or whatever.
But if you'd rather,
Son of a bitch.
I don't know, that's just something I've been thinking about for a while. Specifically since I recently have been replaying the trilogy a lot with the Legendary Edition, and I was thinking about how crazy it is that they let you actually recruit Morinth if you want to, and she just pretends to be Samara the whole time. It obviously doesn't really help you out by Mass Effect 3 if you have Morinth, because she
I want your friends gone.
I can't actually remember what happens to her in Mass Effect 3. I think she gets turned into a Reaper Banshee or something at some point. So obviously there is no benefit really to recruiting her. It's just kind of something you do to be different, really.
There, you see?
But again, it would be interesting to see if O'Keir had anything like that would have happened differently in Mass Effect 3 if you'd kept him alive. I wonder what his thoughts on curing the genophage would have been.
Scare was a nice touch.
I thought so. Come on.
Again, I've brought Morden and Miranda to this mission because you want Incinerate for all the armoured enemies and you want Miranda to overload everyone. I don't think there's any barriers that need warped, but again, she can warp the armour, and then Morden can hit them with an Incinerate. Now I hit them with incendiary ammo, and it just really helps you out. It's a pretty overpowered strategy, but it seems to be working so far in most of these missions. People might get sick of seeing me use the same tactics all the time, but yeah, this is just how I like to play it. I know people would prefer different squad mates sometimes, just to keep things a bit fresh, but I'm just pretty interested in getting through it without dying as little as possible. Can't seem to get this guy with any powers. Come on. Yes, knocked him off with a concussive shot. Nice. Again, we're fighting mainly Blue Suns first. Shepard, I've got my Shepard cosplaying as a Blue Sun in white and blue armour. Just to confuse the enemy. I keep selecting Metagel. Oh, I used the Metagel by mistake. Okay, that was bad. I did it again almost. I need to try to remember that I've mapped these attacks to certain buttons instead of trying to use the menu, because I end up always using Metagel by mistake. And Metagel is pretty precious on Insanity, you don't get a lot of it. Okay, we're pretty much pinned down here. Miranda and Morden are drawing some fire. We'll try to get this guy. Come on, nice. Still using the Matic assault rifle, or Matlock, what is it called? Matlock, something like that. It is pretty powerful early on, as long as you're hitting headshots. Like I sort of just stun locked that guy. The incendiary rounds set him on fire and stun him a little, and if you're getting headshots with such a powerful weapon, that also sort of helps stun lock him. So I'll try to switch to the sniper for these guys because they're pretty far away. Incinerate.
Nicely.
Hopefully the shields was down. Nice. Oh, they're still alive. Okay, headshot. Nice. Up. There we go. Nice. Is there any more over there? Morden or someone still shooting at that? Yeah, there he is. Nice. Okay. We'll swap back to the assault rifle. Overload incendiary. This Krogan's drawing all the fire for us. Would have been cool if that random Krogan just came along with us for this one mission. But again, he sort of has his orders to just stay here and fight or whatever. So he's really not too interested in joining up with us. Come on, get out of cover bit. There we go.
One less.
Just collect some ammo. Then we need to speak to the Krogan because he okay, we've got full ammo, nice. See, he opens the pathway for us. Please don't antagonize the Krogan, Miranda.
I'm different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
He's only a week old.
They must breed them full size, ready to kill.
It is interesting bringing Morden here and seeing his reaction to the Krogan experiments. I never really brought Morden to many of these early game planets.
Because my blood and bone tell me to. But
I have found out that in Insanity he is pretty useful. Incinerate is just one of the best powers. So he's a handy squad mate to have. But I think like most people, I like to get like Garrus and then Grunt on this mission, and then I just use them for most of the game until you get Tally, and then just because you know they're your Mass Effect 1 crew, you like having Garrus and Tally all the time. And it would have been cool if when you went to Chunka and Rex is just hanging about there, if you could have done a few missions with him, just the ones that take place on Tachanka, obviously. He sort of wants to be there to help roll Clan Earthnot. But it would have been cool if he could have came on Grunt's right, or on Morden's mission to find Melon and his experiments.
Why stay here?
Then I suppose Rex going on the right wouldn't have been fair because he's so overpowered. They would have said Grunt cheated by having Rex there or something. It's pretty funny that you get dialogue later that Grunt's the first Krogan to kill the Thresher Maw since Rex did his right. That's pretty badass that Grunt's the first one to do that. But to be honest, most of the time it's me killing the Thresher Maw, or Shepard even. Grunt does help, but mainly it's Shepard who should be getting the credit for taking down the Thresher Maw. But we'll let Grunt have this one, even though it was mainly us. Okay, these guys are doing more damage than I thought. Miranda, please let me back up, and you two can lay down cover and fire while my health regenerates. Okay, you two go ahead and draw any fire. No, are you not gonna go ahead? Okay. They're too smart. They figured out I'm using them as bait. Okay, warp and incinerate, and we'll hit you with incendiary ammo. Don't know why it turned off for some reason. Yeah, oh, that just destroyed that guy. So again, the Matic with incendiary ammo. Early on, it's a pretty great combo. You could probably use the Matic for the entire run if you wanted to, but I kind of like swapping it up to the Revenant machine gun and then the Geth pulse rifle, I think it's called, because they have a really high fire rate. It's really good for some of those more bullet spongy enemies that you fight. Oh, look at that damage, that's so nice. Being a soldier, it always seems like a sort of basic class to pick. I do miss having biotic powers and stuff, but adrenaline shot, or adrenaline boost, it's just so useful. Just to get those headshots. And like it really helps you like really just cut through the enemy. He got it there quick. Nice. Come on. Miranda, Morton, shield me. Just run back here until our health goes up a little. There we go. Incinerate. Nice one. There we go. Warp. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay, it didn't, I thought he was going to charge, but luckily he didn't. Oh, there's one charging in now. Didn't realise he was coming. We had an adrenaline boost, so it's alright. Seems as long as their armour is partway down from warp, if Shepard hits them with an adrenaline boost and then starts getting headshots and he has a full 16 clip on the Matic, there's no chance you can die as long as you're facing one enemy on their own, it looks like.
Understood.
But if there's 2 or 3 of them charging towards you, you're not going to have a good chance of surviving that. Okay, we'll just bypass this door. I think this is normally where the Asari from Saren's research base is, but I shot her this time, which is really the right move considering when she gets to Mass Effect 3 she's indoctrinated and sabotages some Asari commanders. So I think she hangs about somewhere in this room maybe. But she's not here this time because we shot her in the first game.
This looks
Scan
interesting.
that sniper rifle because we will be using a sniper rifle from time to time, so we want pretty decent damage from it.
Headed for combat.
Okay, so I wonder why this blue sun was seemingly fighting the ones across from here. At least that's sort of what it looked like. Were they doing training or something? I thought the blue suns were mainly fighting all the Krogan. Overload and incinerate. Nice. And can we hit you with a concussive shot? Concussive shot doesn't really do good damage until you upgrade it. But it is nice for just stunning the enemy, knocking them over. Overload and incinerate, and a concussive shot just to it failed. Oh well. What planet is this again? It kinda looks like Tachanka, but I'm pretty sure it isn't, because you don't go to Tachanka until later. But I'm guessing it's some sort of former Krogan colonized world. Just from how destroyed and war-torn it looks. Like, I think we're fighting amongst the ruins of an old battleship or something. And everything's on fire and kind of just, it looks like a nuclear bomb hit it. So it does remind me of Tachanka, but I'm pretty sure we're not on Tachanka. Like, we absolutely aren't, it's somewhere else. But I guess it could have been a former Krogan colony. Probably explained somewhere in the dialogue, but I've been talking all over it and probably missed it. Okay, please overload this person around it. Okay, that hit a wall, and it's not even close to the person I was aiming at, but fair enough. Okay, headshot. Oh, the rocket just went over her head. Nice. Ah, there's so many of them. Please overload the right person this time around. Yes. Oh, that rocket was too close. Okay, nice. See, this is one of the times you really want to have a sniper rifle. It does good damage as well, because sometimes a lot of enemies take cover pretty far back from you, and trying to charge in to get them with the assault rifle or a pistol or something is not going to go well. So it always helps, no matter what class you are, that if you can at least use a sniper rifle, just for when things get a bit tricky. Now, where is the purple code? Come on, there we go. Nice. Again, that's a pretty simple little hacking minigame they've put in. It's alright, but you do get sick of seeing it after a while, like the other ones, just because there's so many of them. It would have been good if eventually you got an upgrade that was just auto hack. So you just go up to it and click it and automatically hacks it. Like, have that be a level 5 upgrade that you've really had to put some money and credits into unlocking, and then it would be good to reward you with that. Another thing, something like that, needed sort of an auto mode, would be the mining system. I know you can get a mod on PC where you fire one probe into a planet and it just automatically depletes it of all resources. That should have been in the game. That should have been a level 5 pod or probe upgrade that you have to work your way up to, and once you buy that last one, it just automatically depletes a planet when you fire one probe into it. It would save so much time, and it would feel like a really good reward for upgrading that probing system or whatever. Right, Miranda's been taken down while I've been talking, but doesn't seem to matter too much. Me and Morton seem to get through that alright. Again, the thing about bringing Miranda and Morton is that sometimes they're not the most armoured up, or the most the squad mates with the most health or whatever, so they can sometimes go down a little too easily if they don't stay in cover, or if the AI bugs out a little. But again, their powers are just so useful that I can't help but just keep bringing them everywhere. To be honest, if you're doing your best to lay down fire as Shepherd and take out enemies as quickly as you can, your squad shouldn't go down that often, really. Like, I think that's the first time a squad member's gone down in this mission, and we've been playing for 20 minutes or something. So it's not a.
Next one down.
It's not like they're going down every 5 seconds, because honestly you would run out of metagel so quick from reviving them if you had to help them out so often. At points, if one of them goes down, I'm just going to do what I did there and not bother reviving them, because you could probably save the metagel for later. And as long as Shepherd survives, and it's not a too tough encounter, and you wipe out the enemies in an area, your squad will automatically revive. Sometimes it's better to just try to do it that way than wasting a metagel that you could have used in a boss fight or something. So, overload and incinerate. They're firing rockets, but we've got to push these guys back because they're really charging in. Concussive shot. Okay, nice. Morton, take cover, please. And, well, that was a nice bit of draw and fire you did, so I'm actually going to give you props for doing that, Morton. I thought it was a stupid plan, but you're drawing all the fire towards you now. Those rockets are heading towards Miranda, but as long as they're not hitting Shepherd, that's all we care about. Up, okay. I thought I was going to get in cover before that rocket hit. That's alright, it only took the shields down. Warden's still drawing more fire over there. I'll try to get this rocket person because there's a chance that they could take us down. Okay. Ah, thought that was a headshot. Okay, I guess Warden or someone got that last one. Or maybe I did hit them with incendiary and the incendiary round burned their last bit of health off. We're just hacking and stealing everything we can. Because we really do need the credits for all those upgrades. Because they are very, very useful on Insanity. And just give you that advantage you need to stay alive in most missions. As long as you have the highest level equipment. Where is it? Alright, there it is. Give me a bit of blue code. There we go. We need white, orange, green. There we go. I used to be really bad at that minigame when I was younger. I don't know if it was I just couldn't read the text or see the colours properly or something. But I remember you used to not like that minigame that much because I always failed it. And now it's pretty rare that I fail it. But having said that, I probably jinxed it, and the next time we have one, I'll fail it automatically or something. Okay, okay, this guy's a little too close. Hit him with a concussive shot, even though that's pretty pointless. Oh well, made him jump back over there, so I suppose it did alright. Warp and incinerate. Nice, get that guy down. Go on, go on. Yes, there we go. And that last guy, nice. So far this mission hasn't been too difficult, but it's near the end when you have to fight a mech and another boss at the same time, and there's like a few Krogan charging towards you. It could be a tricky fight. That's kind of why I went to get Jack and Morden first, so we could get a few levels out of those missions and get a few upgrades unlocked. So hopefully this mission goes alright when we get to that boss fight. Randy, you're drawing a lot of fire here. Yeah, retreat, that's probably a good idea. And Shepard, let's try not to take too much damage. Morden took that that rocket was close. Luckily our shield just went back up, so I don't think it would have killed us, but we better take down that Blue Sun's heavy because they're really doing a lot of damage at the moment with those rockets. That might have been me shooting Miranda, but to be honest she wouldn't get out of my way, so Morden got her with a nice incinerate, nice. How many's left? There's only 2 of them. Don't stick your head up, mate. Go on. There we go, nice. Oh, ouch. That was a bit of an ambush. Those guys were waiting up there in the top level. Could have used Miranda here, but I don't think I'm going to waste the Metagel. I'm going to do what I said and sort of try to fight my way through, and hopefully Miranda will resurrect when we get to this last enemy. Guess that means there's more of them over here. If we start really getting into trouble, I'll resurrect Miranda. But until then, me and Morden will try to fight our way through. Rockets. The rockets are the real enemy of this mission because they stun lock you. And then the enemy can like machine gun you to death pretty quickly. So we'll try to snipe them. I'll try to get this guy first because he's closer.
Deploying incineration tech.
One headshot. Yes, there we go, that did a lot of damage. There's Morden down as well because he doesn't seem to be firing at anyone. Or I suppose he's pinned down by the rocket launchers, that would make sense. Because they're firing at something down there, it has to be more than... Get them with an incinerate. There he is, I seen him running in. He's drawing a lot of fire for us. He's a good lad, Morden. Oh, headshot. This was Mass Effect 1 sniper rifle. Those headshots were been just taking everyone down in a single shot. I suppose I have to get through their shields now that Miranda's down, so that's taking a bit longer. Oh, come on, stop running. I'll hit you with a concussive shot just to keep you down for a moment. Don't stick your head out, mate. Oh, fine. Your shield can't even speak. Your shield absorbed quite a lot of that damage, but oh well. Cut around just for the sake of it. Take your shield down a bit. There we go, nice. Swap to the assault rifle, and Miranda's back up, so we must have took most of the enemies down in this area. That bit would have been simpler with her if she was there to overload all the shields, but I really didn't want to use the metagel because we'll need it for... Oh, there was a metagel station in here. Well, I suppose it added +1 to us. Now we have 4 metagel for the boss fight. So, I think it's better to have 4 metagel than 3 going into the next fight, so... 4,000 credits. Actually, it might have been this room where you meet the Asari scientist again from Mass Effect 1.
Here you are.
Oh well, she's not here now.
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
I take it you're here.
Oh, excuse
don't seem
me.
particularly caged, or grateful that I'm here.
You may claim to be here to help, but the formerly deceased Shepard is not a sign of gentle change. Surprised? All Krogan should know you. Or have you forgotten your actions on Vermeer?
I didn't have a
Yeah,
lot of room
Kier's
for
just
that.
bringing up the fact
There
that
been
we
any other
destroyed the
solutions
last
that are
Krogan lab that existed with Saren.
Saren's pale horde would
But
not
he
support
approves of it because those weren't real Krogan, those were all
the mistake of an
clones.
outsider, one that these mercenaries have also made.
Or well, it wasn't that they were clones, it was the problem
I
that
gave their
it was
leader
that they
my
were
reject for
inferior
our
clones. They
cause,
weren't really
But she grows impatient.
they weren't
It's
really
time for you to
perfection
get out of here.
like Grunt. And
Personal issues.
oh, Kier wants one perfect soldier. That's enough for him.
Yes.
The rest, he's just willing to just use his cannon fodder for these mercs and their little
My
army
request
building
focus
test.
elsewhere.
But the Blue Suns are getting pretty,
The knowledge to create
they're getting
one
pretty
full
fed up of
self.
Kier and all his,
I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult
all
an
his
enemy can
field
suffer.
projects. So they're going to turn on him and start
methods are
flushing
free,
away
but
all
you
the
know how to
tanks and
deconstruct
try to
the
start again on
Will you
another
help
planet.
us?
So we're going to have to put a
Strike
stop to
deal
that.
secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable.
Might not be in the game long, but Ukir, he's got a pretty cool voice actor. He just sounds very Krogan. So yeah, in Jador, we're gonna have a boss fight against her and that mech down there.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
You can just start over, like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive. Jador will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
Alright, so let's go get Jador. We probably don't have time to be hacking this terminal, but let's do it anyway because I don't think there's an opportunity once we get back here. We'll try to be quick about it. Okay, that one and that one. Nice.
This might be useful.
And what did we get out of that? We'll just save quickly. Pretty sure the game already saved. Krogan Vitality. Nice, we'll probably need that upgrade somehow. At some point it'll probably be useful. Alright, okay, let's... Oh, you're too far away. Still too far away.
She's talked enough.
Okay, there we are. Overload and incinerate, even though your armor won't be down yet. I'll swap to disruptor ammo for your shield. Oh, come on, Shepherd. There's a Krogan charging at me. Okay. And we've got that giant mech. This has not gone exactly to plan. Overload, please, Miranda. Nice. Incinerate, Morden. Nice. Okay, well, we got our shield down. That's the main thing. Now we can just sort of... Well, we'll need to take this Krogan out first. Our health is not looking good. Get back into cover. Again, Jador herself isn't really that tough, it's all her little minions that are helping her out. Ah, that mech is getting closer. Come on, get her down to health. Nice. Miranda got put down somehow. But we don't really need warp or shield anymore. We don't really need Morden's incinerate anymore, but yeah, we've got Jador down. Well, I just said we didn't really need Miranda, but we could have used her overload on these shields. I'll fortify myself and make a run for it, because that's a bad position. Morden's been doing pretty well from over here, it seems like. Incinerate this guy, please, Morden. Come on. Here we go. I think it's just us and the mech, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, stunned us. Throwing the disruptor ammo just for the shield. There we go, nice. It's going down quickly once we get a nice little adrenaline boost to the head on it. Generate.
Should burn nicely.
Swap to incendiary ammo. Morden, where are you going? Oh, you're drawing fire! What a legend, Morden! Okay, we're out of assault rifle ammo. That is not the best news, but this pistol I think is pretty powerful. If I get incendiary on it and start doing some adrenaline boost. Oh. Right there, we've got adrenaline boost this time. Hide from the rocket. Oh, he keeps stun locking us with that. But as long as he doesn't advance around this corner, it's alright actually. Because we can survive that rocket shot. And just get him in the head with a nice... Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. We got pretty lucky there. I think the mech's AI sort of bugged out. Normally it walks right up to where we're at and flanks you, and it's pretty difficult to survive. But that actually went pretty well, and we even ran out of assault rifle ammo, which wasn't the best, but yeah, we didn't die during this mission, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that.
Okier wasted his life to save this.
I guess we just leveled up the right amount from those other previous missions.
Could have impact Okier wanted.
A lot of people like to get Grunt early for his fortification ability.
Afraid he'll make your Jennifer age obsolete?
No.
When he uses that, it really helps him stay alive a lot, and he can just charge in and take a lot of damage for you.
Normandy, Okier is a no-go.
But I think I'll stick to Miranda and Morden. They seem to be working well for me.
And he's a big one.
So, alright, thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you next time when I think we head to Horizon now that we've recruited all these people. Or maybe there's another recruitment mission that I've forgotten about. Well, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later.